There we go.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, welcome everyone to Monday, May 3rd. And as Christy said, we are beginning a new month and a new theme. So I'm going to go ahead and begin by reading the virtual programming privacy pledge that we have all looked at and understand. For the confidentiality of all participants, I agree to the group expectations as outlined below and agree that I will be the only one in the room when I participate in Courage to Caregivers virtual learning communities for breathing meditation classes and support groups. I understand that I have an obligation to end my participation in the meeting if someone enters the private room I am in. And having said that, I invite you to find your comforts for this evening, perhaps a blanket or two to cover up with in Shavasana at the end of our practice, maybe a pillow to place under your head, any kind of comforts that you desire tonight, some aromatherapy in the form of essential oils or a candle, maybe some natural hand lotion or some spices in a bowl, or even a piece of fruit, an orange that you can cut and just have there to snack on as well as to fragrance your space tonight. And then music, your choice, yogis, if you'd like to use the Courage for Caregivers Spotify playlist that was curated especially for you, or a playlist of your own making, or just silence, whatever you are needing at this moment in the present moment tonight. And then connectedness. Remember that we are all together on this journey. You are not alone. We support you, we care about you, and we are in this together. So, having said all that, once again, a new month and the theme, which is growth mindset. And I love that that theme is taking place in the month of May because, as you know, all around us, things are growing and emerging. We have this beautiful emergence of the trees, the leaves on the trees, and it seems like every other day more leaves are coming out and filling up the woods and all the beautiful spaces we have around us here in Jaga County. The flowers are emerging. I was on a walk the other day and found the most beautiful wildflowers in the forest, and it was just so much fun to see them. And so I love this time of year talking about growth. So tonight our topic is thinking in extremes, also known as polarized thinking. And as Christy said, we did touch on that a couple weeks ago. So polarized thinking, thinking in extremes means all or nothing mindset. So it's either or, good or bad, right or wrong, my way or the highway. When we think in this manner, this all or nothing manner, we are so polarized on one side or the other that we cannot find middle ground. And I don't know about you, but I yearn for that middle. I'm constantly feel like I'm being torn to one side or the other. I don't want to be there. I want to be right here. For me, that's my happy place. So engaging in this kind of polarized thinking can result from patterns that we may have had as children or some kind of trauma that took place in our childhood or adulthood, young adulthood. But experts actually think that this pattern may have its origins in human survival, such as our fight or flight response. And we've talked about that a lot in breathing meditation, that place where you're in that sympathetic nervous system and your adrenaline is pumping. And sometimes when we're in that place of danger, that's what catapults us to safety during those times. And that's a good thing to have, but we don't want to reside in that fight or flight all the time. So, all or nothing thinking can often lead to overthinking, where we ruminate these thoughts and go over and over them in our heads until it results in anxiety and depression. The use of certain words can be indicators that our thoughts are becoming extreme. Some of these words are always, never, impossible, disaster, ruined, or perfect. All of those words indicate that we may be engaged in that kind of extreme thinking, and these may be the thoughts that are coming up in our conversations with others or in our conversations with ourselves. And when we pummel ourselves with negative thoughts over and over again, we invite stress into our minds, our bodies, and our overall spirits. But a growth mindset means that we learn to embrace all challenges, all failures, stumbling blocks, and obstacles as an opportunity to grow and grow big. So when we do that, we reframe and reform these situations into ones of positivity and learning. So we take that negative, that challenge, that stumbling block, and we make it into an opportunity to learn something and to grow from it. So we go from the I can't frame of mind to the I can frame of mind. And even one better, instead of saying I can't, how about saying I can't yet? I can't right now, but I'll get there. So I can't yet. And then eventually I can. When we allow ourselves for this kind of growth, we open up the way for more possibilities to emerge. This helps to bring balance into our relationships, our work life, and especially our role as caregivers. When we move from thinking in black and white to thinking in shades of gray, and life is all about shades of gray, right? We begin to accept ourselves, trust ourselves, and love ourselves exactly as we are, perfectly imperfect. I took a class this morning online, and it was all about being perfectly imperfect. And I love that because I feel like that's who I am, top of the head down to the tip of the toes, perfectly imperfect. But I'm okay with that. And so when we experience this kind of inner growth in our growth mindset, we become this beautiful blossom in the making, ready to grow and glow. And so how do we do that? Well, we use the tools in our toolbox: self-care, self-nurturing, breathing, meditation, mindful movement, all of those things, and deep rest. I forgot to throw that in there. Probably one of the most important things. When we utilize all those tools, to help us grow, to help us discover who we are inside, what we're all about, and to stop saying those negative things to ourselves, it results in this beautiful blossom that is us, that is every single one of us. When we do that, we bring harmony and potential into our lives. And so let's experiment today with a little bit of breathing and meditation. We have several different techniques to explore today. Some of these might be familiar to you, some of them not. And I want to just say before we begin, anytime we do a breathing practice, you are more than welcome to explore it on your own, not just, when we're together online, but during the week, experiment with these things that we learn. But then also, it is your choice to use or not use what you've learned. For example, there are so many different breathing techniques. Even as a yoga teacher, there's some that just don't resonate with me. They're not what I need in my practice. And so I use the ones that I know help me. Like last night, I couldn't get to sleep. And I adopted the breathing technique that I know works for me. But what works for me may not work for someone else. So we learn these things and then we sift through them and put the ones in the toolbox, our own toolbox, that work for us. And so tonight, let's just begin with a little breathing awareness. So I invite you to find a real comfortable place in your chair there, placing your feet firmly on the floor, having a nice tall straight spine with your back against the chair. Let's take a moment to roll the shoulders up to the ears and then let them softly settle back down so that you're not holding any tension there. And just kind of feel a lift through the crown of your head. That helps you to sit up a little straighter. Palms can be down on your lap, facing down, or facing up. Whatever kind of energy you'd like to receive tonight, your choice. And then I invite you to close the eyes or leave them softly cast down in front of you. And then very gently start to notice the breath, the natural breath that is yours alone, moving in and out of your nose. In and out, in and out. And just let that breath be with you now, supporting you as you invite it in, supporting you as you exhale it out. In and out, in and out. The natural rhythm of your breath. No need to try to change it in any way. Just let it be. And just notice what that breath feels like as it enters your nose. Is it cool? Is it cool coming in? And then as you let it exhale, is it a bit warmer? Can you sense the temperature difference? Can you sense now if you're breathing from your chest in a shallow manner? And if you are breathing from your chest, can you just deepen that breath by maybe taking a deep breath or two and then allowing that breath to come from the low belly instead of the chest? Just making that conscious shift from chest to low belly. In and out, in and out. The breath that supports you, the breath that sustains you, the breath that is always there. We can depend on it. In and out, in and out. Good. And as you know, awareness is one of the keys to meditation. Just that awareness about what is going on around you, what is going on inside of you. And knowing that if any thoughts come your way, and we have many thoughts throughout the course of our day, right? Even when we're trying to meditate, that's okay. Allow the thoughts to come, notice them without judgment, and then allow them to float away like a little leaf floating down a stream. Just notice and then let it go. Good. And then as your breath is deepening, as you're moving that breath from the chest down to the belly, I invite you to place one hand over your heart and then another hand over that hand so that both hands are resting now on your heart. We're going to do a little heart-focused breathing. This may be familiar to you. If it is, great. If it isn't, then this is a lovely source of breathing that I think you'll enjoy. So heart-focused breathing harmonizes the brain and the body, brings the mind and body together through the heart. The heart is the gateway to that. So we reduce our stress by changing the rhythm of the heart. We change the rhythm of the heart by taking slower, deeper breaths. So with both hands over the heart right now, I invite you to breathe in to the count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then exhale to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a little bit longer on the exhale. When you make that exhale a little bit longer, it really shifts the body from that sympathetic nervous system into the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the relaxation state that we all desire to be in. So once again, breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now continue to take this heart-focused breathing on your own, allowing a little more for the exhale. And when you do, think about those hands of yours on your heart and what that means to hold your heart in compassion for yourself. Remember, it starts with you. So focus your attention as you breathe on the area of your heart and around your heart. Let go of whatever you've been thinking or doing that has brought you to this stressful state today. Pretend that your breath is actually flowing in and out of your heart. In and out. In and out. Breathe in an attitude of calm and balance. Breathe out any negative feelings. Be aware that your breath is slowing down. Be aware of a feeling of ease, calm, relaxation, and settle into this pattern. Breathing in calm, breathing out relaxation. Breathing in ease, breathing in out contentment. Now focus on someone or something in your life that you feel deep appreciation for, deep gratitude. And as you shift into this mindset, notice when you feel the release. Think of someone who supports you. Think of someone who loves you. Think of someone on your team, someone who has your back. Continuing to breathe in and out of the heart. Notice that release when you shift into that more relaxed state through heart breathing. And as you let that bask over you, feel the regenerative power of gratitude. Feel it wash over you now. Know that negative emotions have been replaced by positive ones. Continue to bask in this feeling. Continue to breathe from the heart. And I will read our affirmations for tonight's practice. As you know, affirmations are words of positivity. They help bring us to a place of calmness. And it does all kinds of good things for our mind and body when we tell ourselves something affirmative. I observe my thoughts and open my heart and mind to new possibilities. I am open to new ideas. My mindset influences my growth and the quality of my life. My efforts to remain open influence my growth and success. So continuing to breathe in and out through the heart, around the heart, settling all your emotions right on the heart. This feeling of gratitude, this feeling of the regenerative power of compassion for yourself. Good. Good. And now I invite you to release the hands. You can bring them back to your lap. Take one more round of the shoulders up to your ears. Let them come back softly down. And you may open your eyes at this time. Hopefully you did feel that little shift. I hope you did, and that you're feeling a little more grounded and a little more centered right now. So we're going to begin a little mindful movement. We know that mindful movement is also a tool to becoming more relaxed, becoming more calm, and a way to manage our stress. And so we'll begin by doing a little warm-ups for the neck and shoulders. Just closing the eyes and breathing in, taking our gaze up to the sky. And breathing out, taking our gaze down to the floor, tucking that chin down and exhaling here. Inhaling all the way up, taking the gaze up. And exhale, bringing it back down, looking down towards your feet. So just a little yes motion here. Taking your gaze up to the sky on the inhale. Releasing the breath, looking down on the exhale. Just do this at your own pace. And just notice if there's any tight places in your neck. If there are, just breathe into those spaces. Now come to center, and we're going to take the head side to side. So inhaling to the center, exhaling to the left. Inhaling back through center, exhaling to the right. Center on the inhale, exhaling left. Center on the inhale, exhaling right. And take a few rounds of these movements to the side at your own pace. Again, looking for and exploring those tight spaces. Breathing in fresh calm to any place that makes you feel constricted or restricted. Good, and then we're going to start to slowly circle the head, remembering to take it slow, make your circles small in the beginning until you get those kinks worked out, and then maybe you can deepen the circles and widen them just a little bit. Taking this at your own pace and to the rhythm of your own breath. When you're ready, change directions and allowing yourself to come to a place of calm and release. Good, and then meet me once again in the center, neutral position. We're going to allow the right arm to come straight up and very gently grasp the left ear with your right fingers. Inhale here, and then exhale, tipping your head ever so gently to the right, breathing into that left side of the neck, letting all that tension go. Good. And then coming back to neutral, floating the left arm up overhead, taking the right ear in the left fingers, inhaling up, and then exhale, bending to the left shoulder, opening up the right side of your neck, tight places, breathing in and breathing out. Good. Very good. And then bringing the arms up overhead, palms meet at the top, and then exhaling, pressing the air away. Let the arms float back down. Once again, inhaling in, taking a nice big sun breath here, and then exhale, floating those arms back down. And begin some of these rounds on your own to the rhythm of your own breath. Feeling that expansion in your neck and shoulders, upper arms, shoulder blades as you lift. And then as you float the arms back down, feel that awakening, feel that opening. Good. Very good. Okay, and then let's come to stillness once again. Going to take a little twist to the side here. So bringing the right hand to the left knee, sweeping the left arm up overhead, twisting to the left, and taking your gaze out over the left shoulder, and breathe. Good. Just twisting, opening up those tight places. And then coming back to center, we'll do the same thing on the other side. Taking the left hand to the right knee, sweeping the right arm overhead and towards the back of your chair, gazing out over the right shoulder. Breathe here now. Good. And inhaling back to center. Let's take and loosen up those fingers and wrists and hands, just shaking out the fingers here, letting everything go, letting those fingers fly, movement from the wrist. And then bringing the hands together, interlacing the fingers and pressing the palms to face away, bringing the arms out straight, Feeling the expansion of your shoulder blades, upper back, wrists, hands, letting it all go here. Inhaling, bringing those arms up overhead. We still have those fingers interlaced. And then finally bringing hands back behind us, interlacing the fingers, kind of giving a little pull back, tug down towards the ground, and expanding your heart space, opening up all those tight places in your chest, your throat, your neck, and feeling your breath, feeling your strength going to all of those places that need a little extra love and care and compassion right now. Good. Inhaling in, floating the arms up, and then bringing them to heart center. Good. We'll do just a couple more things here. A couple more mindful movements. I'm going to move my chair back a little bit. And we're going to bring the arms up overhead, floating them up to the sky. And then exhale, coming down into a forward fold, letting your head follow you, coming all the way down. Inhale, coming up one vertebra at a time, uncurling your spine, coming up so that it's nice and long once again. Good. And then bringing the hands together, pressing the palms together, taking that left elbow to the right knee and bending down for a twist to the right. Good. Breathe into that twist. Inhaling back to center, taking that right elbow to the left knee, coming down to twist to the left. Breathe here now. And then inhale, coming back to center. Good job, yogis. Beautiful work. Now we are going to get ready for our final resting posture of Shavasana. We're going to do a good old-fashioned yoga nidra tonight. That is the ancient practice of deep rest. I invite you to take a few moments to find your comforts in rest tonight. Blankets, pillows, maybe a bolster for under your knees, anything that supports you as you rest. Maybe putting on your music if that's what you're being called to do right now. Maybe lowering the lights a little bit. If you're lying on the floor, coming into a nice full body stretch on the floor there, bringing your feet out wide, bringing your arms down at your sides, palms lifted or palms turned to face the floor, whatever feels good in your body tonight. And then as you find your comfortable position, I invite you to kind of knit your shoulder blades together underneath you. So kind of gather them for a moment and then let them settle softly. So you're bringing a little tension to the shoulder blades and then just let them go. That helps you just ground a little more into the earth for a more supportive rest tonight. Good. And then as always, I invite you to close the eyes if that's comfortable for you. And to start once again to connect to your breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Just find your own natural rhythm. Breathing in and then letting it go. I'm going to call out various parts of the body, and when I do, just bring your awareness there. And you're just going to settle your awareness on that part for a moment or two, a couple of breaths, and then we'll move on to the next. And so we're going to cover the whole body from the top of the head down to the bottoms of the feet. And as we do, we breathe into those tight spaces. We breathe the relaxation and calm into those areas where we might be holding or constricting. And we invite this feeling of peace and this feeling of contentment. And so as you are settling into your space, grounding into the earth, centering your mind, body, and spirit, let us begin with the top of the head. Just relax the top of your head, crown of the head. And then move your awareness to the forehead. Relax all the muscles in your forehead, all those worry lines, all those things we think about, moving down to the third eye, right between the eyebrows. Just let all that tension go. Let it just relax. Moving your awareness down to the eyes themselves. Find a softness behind the eyes. Release any tension there. Moving to the cheeks, releasing any tension you might be holding there. And the temples. And the jaw. Let the whole face grow soft. Good. And then moving your awareness down the throat. Bring a couple of breaths to the throat to allow the throat to open. And allow that breath to come in and out. When we do our ocean breathing, we literally are breathing that air from the nose down into that opening in the throat. So let that throat fall open now. Good, and then bringing your awareness to the right shoulder, let your breath settle right there in that shoulder, bringing calm, bringing peace, bringing expansion. And then allow that awareness to move down into the right upper arm, the right elbow, the right forearm, the wrist, the back of the hand, and the palm of the hand, and all the fingers of the right hand, the thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger, so that from all the fingers, all the way up to that right shoulder, your right arm is completely relaxed. Take a few breaths to let that settle in. And now move your awareness down the right side body, the right armpit, the right ribs, the right side of the waist, moving into the right hip, the right thigh, right knee, the shin, the ankle, the top of the foot, and the sole of the foot, and all the toes of the right foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and baby toe, so that from the toes of the right foot all the way up to your right hip, your right leg is completely relaxed. Your whole right side is completely and totally relaxed. Let that settle in for a few mindful breaths. Notice the difference between how the right side is feeling as compared to the left. Maybe you're feeling more relaxed there, a little more loose, hopefully not holding any more tension on that right side. And now let's bring the awareness to the left shoulder, the left upper arm, left elbow, left forearm, wrist, left hand, the back of the hand and the palm of the hand, and all the fingers of the left hand, the thumb, the index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger, so that from all the fingers of the left hand up to the left shoulder, your whole left arm is completely relaxed. Let that settle in for a few mindful breaths. Good. And then moving your awareness to the left side body, the left armpit, the left ribs, the left side of the waist, moving down into the left hip, the left thigh, the knee, the shin, the ankle, and the left foot, and all the toes of the left foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and baby toe. So that from the toes of the left foot all the way up to the left hip, your left leg is completely relaxed. Your whole left side of the body is completely and totally relaxed. Let that settle in for a few mindful breaths. Moving your awareness now to the back body and all the points of contact of your body on the earth beneath you. The left heels. Both heels. Both calves. The back of both thighs. The buttocks. The low back. The middle back. The upper back and the shoulder blades. Feel yourself supported by the earth beneath you. Your whole back body is completely relaxed. Your whole back body is completely and totally relaxed. Let that settle in for a few breaths here. Good. And now bring your awareness to the front body. The front ankles, the shins, the knees, the thighs, the hips, the low belly, the upper belly, your chest, your heart. Breathe into your heart. Breathing in calm, breathing out peace. Breathing in calm, breathing out peace. And give yourself a little heart hug. Self-compassion for all that you do every day, for the people that are in your care, for your generous, loving, caregiving heart. And now, in appreciation for that heart, rest your whole body. Rest your whole body. Rest your mind. Rest your body. Rest your spirit. Rest. Rest. Just rest. Taking your time and moving very slowly, begin to bring your awareness back to the body, inviting in a little movement, perhaps wiggling fingers and toes, maybe rocking your head from side to side, gathering your knees, hugging them into your chest, or maybe taking a nice full body stretch one more time to kind of complete your practice tonight. And for tonight, before you come back to seated, just lay on your side, maybe making a little pillow for your head with your elbow, and I will read a few affirmations and quotations for our practice tonight. This one is from Winston Churchill, and he says, "The pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. The optimist sees opportunity in every difficulty." That's a good one. And then from the Persian poet Rumi, he says, "The middle path is the way to wisdom," the middle path. And from the play Hamlet, Act 2, Scene 2, "There is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so." And so bringing arms up overhead, and then bringing palms and hands to rest at the heart center. It was a joy to be with you tonight, and I wish you a wonderful week ahead. We share our greeting, Namaste.